Hello everyone, Donna Gray here, your Stamping Up demonstrator from the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales, Australia. I'm bringing you a super cute, awesome card today using the Painted Season stamp set and the Strong and Beautiful stamp set. So the Strong and Beautiful stamp set is in our Occasions catalogue, which is still available until the beginning of June. The Painted Season stamp set is a stamp set that you can earn for free during celebration, which we only have a few more days left until the end of March 2019 to be able to earn this stamp set for free. So with a $180 qualifying order, you can earn the paint set, the Painted Season stamp set, and the Designer Series paper for free with a $180 order placed through my online store. This stamp set, I have to say, would have to be my most favourite stamp set of all time. Since I've known of Stamping Up, I have never been in love with a stamp set as much as I am with the Painted Season. So I've got a colour scheme today of Smoky Slate, Coastal Cabana and Mango Melody. So I'm going to do a really super cute, quick card for a Happy Mother's Day card. So I'm going to show you how easy it is with these stamp sets to create a beautiful card. So I've got a piece of Whisper White. Now my Whisper White is cut at 5 1/4 inches this way by 3 1/2 inches that way. I've got a sheet of Coastal Cabana, which is cut at 5 1/2 inches this way and 3 3/4 inches this way. And I will decide what colour base I'm going to use as we go along. So I'm going to stamp some of these gorgeous flowers in the stamp set. So I'm going to use a mixture of this flower here and the also the succulent, and I'm going to use some of these foliage stamps as well. So I'm going to, with my Coastal Cabana, I'm going to ink up that large flower, and I'm going to stamp one here. Now these are distinctive stamps. Can you see how beautiful that is? Oh my God, one stamp and you have a simply gorgeous, gorgeous flower. So I've done 2 of the flowers in the Coastal Cabana. I'm now going to bring in my Mango Melody, and I'm going to stagger some of those agave flowers around like so. Okay, now I'm going to bring in my Smoky Slate, and I just want to pop a bit of foliage around. And so I'm going to use, it's sort of a bit like a fern stem, and I'm going to just ink it up. I'm not going to ink up the whole stem part of it. I'm just going to ink up all the leafy part, but I'm not going to ink up the stem because I actually don't want the stem coming out of my flower. Okay, so just like so. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to ink up just the top part of that stamp and not the stem, and I'm going to stamp down like that. Okay, so that way the stem's not going right the way into the flower. The next thing I'm going to do is, we've got this gorgeous stamp as well, like a lovely leaf. I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm just going to ink up where the leaves are. Okay, and I want that to pop up out of there. And I'm going to do the same thing again out of there. Ink up again down through here, and same thing again. Maybe down through there. Okay, so you can see we've already got some beautiful foliage happening. Okay, we have a tiny little foliage stamp here, which I'm going to use that just coming out of here, coming out of where the agaves are. Okay, and I think I'm just going to do some down through that bottom section there. Okay, so we've got some gorgeous flowers happening. It's got a beautiful little spotty stamp, which I'm actually going to, with our Smoky Slate, I'm just going to stamp a couple of these around. Okay, and that's all I'm going to do as far as the flowers and the foliage. So now what I'm going to do is I've got the beautiful stamp that says Happy Mother's Day, and I'm going to grab a piece of Whisper White offcut, which I have a piece just here. Piece of Whisper White offcut, and in my smoky slate I'm going to stamp that one. So I'm going to ink that up. I'm going to stamp that down. Hopefully I'm going to stamp that down in the middle there. So just like so. Okay, so Happy Mother's Day. I'm then going to take my triple banner punch, and I'm just going to banner both ends of that. So that one there, like that. Pop it through and banner that end as well. Okay, so we have a gorgeous Happy Mother's Day like that. Now I want a little bit of interest happening. I know we've got some flowers and things happening there, but I want a little bit of interest happening just behind that sentiment. So I'm going to bring in our gorgeous Coastal Cabana and Granny Apple Green reversible ribbon. This ribbon is gorgeous. You can see it's got a Coastal Cabana side with Granny Apple Green stitching, and then when we turn it over, it's the opposite. We have the Granny Apple Green with the Coastal Cabana stitching. It's called Coastal Cabana and Granny Apple Green reversible ribbon, okay? So I think what I'm going to do is just behind this, I'm going to pop some double-sided tape on the back of my sentiment. I'm just going to do that typical zigzag of the ribbon just to create a bit of interest in behind. So I'm just going to take my pokey tool now and grab the backing off that double-sided tape. And now, with my Coastal Cabana side showing, I want to go a bit of a zigzag that way. We're going to show the Granny Apple Green because we're going to have to go that way. So we're going to zigzag it backwards and forwards. Okay, we're going to have a look and see what that looks like. And that looks pretty super cute on the card. So I'm going to trim that off. With my scissors. Bear with me, I have a brand new pair here. You should always keep a pair of scissors just for your ribbon only so that it keeps them nice and sharp. So brand new pair of scissors there to cut my ribbon, which is fantastic. So I'm going to pop that, I think, up there so I can see a great array of those flowers all the way around. So I'm going to pop that onto dimensionals and give it a bit of 3D dimension. Now I use dimensionals on most of my cards. Just to pop it up off the page and to get a bit of dimension happening in your cards, and it just gives it that wow factor rather than everything being flat and all stuck down. So now I'm just going to take the backings off that, and we're going to arrange that, as I said, up to that top left hand side. So that's looking pretty super cute. Okay, so now I'm going to line that up with my Tombow. I'm going to line that up onto my Coastal Cabana layer. And then I'm going to grab a Whisper White layer for the inside, and we're going to stamp a gorgeous inside to the card as well. So there is stamps in this stamp set which are simply stunning for the inside of your card and the outside. So I'm going to use a Happy Mother's Day for the outside, but I'm going to use God made you my mother, love made you my friend, which I think is a simply stunning sentiment to pop on. So this is great. It will come in handy for Mother's Day. Mother's Day in Australia is coming up in May, I think it is, the first Sunday or the second Sunday in May. I'm not totally sure on that, but Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just do I'm going to stamp off because I don't want this full strength on the inside. So I'm just going to grab a scrap piece of paper and I'm going to use the same color scheme, but I'm going to stamp it off so that it's not so vibrant, so I can stamp my sentiment. And I've just done that one, a totally different color, so we'll clean that off because I wanted that one in the Mango Melody, not the Coastal Cabana. That's the Coastal Cabana one I want. Okay, so I want to stamp that off and stamp it on. Okay, I'm going to stamp it off again and stamp it on. And now with my Mango Melody, I'm going to ink up that gorgeous succulent stamp on, stamp off, and stamp on. Okay, so I think that's super cute. Now I think for my sentiment, I want to stamp my sentiment over the top of those flowers, but I'm thinking the smoky slate might be a little bit too light. So I'm going to step it up to the basic grey and ink it up in basic grey because I actually want that to stamp over the top. So God made you my mother, love made you my friend. So I think that is a gorgeous, beautiful stamp. And I think any mother would love to get a card with that gorgeous sentiment inside. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the, I actually don't have Granny Apple Green in a base, but I think I can do, yeah, I will. I'll do Lemon Lime Twist. So when all else fails and we don't have Granny Apple Green, Lemon Lime Twist is a gorgeous colour to have as a base as well. Let's get those ink pads out of the way. Okay, so I'm going to line that one up on the inside. Like so. Now that Whisper White base is cut at 5.5 inches by 3 3/4 inches for that insert, so that fits perfectly onto my base. My base is cut at 5 3/4 inches this way by 8 inches that way. Okay, and I think I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals as well. Now these dimensionals are awesome. You get 300 in a pack and they are only $6. So I can tell you they last for ages, and you can also use all of the outside edges of your dimensionals as well. So that's a trick to keep in mind. Using the outside edges is fantastic for the simple fact that you can use every scrap of your dimensionals. Okay, and I'm just going to line that up evenly on the front of the card. So there you have a super quick, easy, awesome card using our gorgeous Strong and Beautiful and Painted Season stamp set. So if you're new to my channel and this is the first time you've watched, please feel free to hit the subscribe button down in the right hand corner on YouTube, or if you're watching this back on Facebook, please feel free to share on your social media Facebook or on YouTube. I would love for you to share the video. And if you're watching this, please say hello and let me know in the comments where you're watching from. I love people saying hello. If you're watching the replay, please say you're watching the replay. I would love for you to chat with me and share my video. So once again, my name is Donna Gray. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales, Australia. Any of the items that I have used in my video today can be purchased in my online store. You will find the details down in the show more box down below on the YouTube channel, or otherwise you can jump on over to my website, which is www.stampingwithdonnag.com. You can access everything over there on my website, or to find my shopping page you can go to www.DonnaG, spelt with an A, .stampingup.net. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video, and please subscribe so you don't miss any of my other videos that I will be uploading. Thank you very much and have a lovely day. Bye for now.